Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Celeste and this is my FlossTube channel, Celeste Creates. This is FlossTube number 20. I can't believe it. So if you are just joining me for the first time, I thank you for coming and spending a little bit of time with me. It is so nice to have you here. And if you are a returning viewer and subscriber, thank you and welcome back. I thought I'd try something a little different today for FlossTube number 20. I am outside on my back patio, a little warm, but not too bad. It will get worse here in Southeast Texas very, very soon. So I hope this works. I hope it's okay as far as sound and everything goes. And so I sitting here, you can maybe hear the waterfall and my wind chime in the background. And this is my favorite rose. This is my Pope John Paul II rose. And it's a beautiful day. It is Thursday, May 27th. Today is my youngest child. It's his 11th birthday, so they're inside celebrating and playing video games right now, the four boys together. And we're preparing dinner and prepared to have a good time. Life has been great. We've had a kind of a yucky cold the past couple of weeks, and that's not been fun, but we haven't had a cold in so long, I guess partly because we've been so quarantined with COVID that we haven't been exposed to anything else. I don't know, but we're all seeming to feel better and a little less junky, and so we're doing good. My daughter graduates in about a week, so that's crazy. Graduates from high school, and we have another birthday coming up next week. And it's just a lot going on, and we are ready for summer. My oldest son is home from college, and kids are getting jobs and working, and we're just having a really great time. So today I want to talk about a couple of finishes. I want to share with you progress on my whips. I have a few things that I bought, not much, and then my plan for the upcoming weekend. And then at the end, since it is my 20th video, I will announce a giveaway. So stay tuned for that. Alright, let's get started with some finishes. My first finish is one that I have been waiting to show you. And I think I can now. As I film this, I should be gifting this tomorrow, finally, I hope. And I won't probably air this until after it's gifted. But I made this for a special friend for her birthday, which is belated, but it's a birthday nevertheless. And this is for my friend April, and I did this small little chart out of a book called I think it's out of the Bells on Christmas Day by Blackbird, and it is called Friendships Gathering, I believe. So it's a small chart in there, and here's what it looks like. I love it. I love that pink house and these gorgeous, gorgeous flowers and the birds. So I changed things up just a little. I think there was a year down here, and maybe either a B or an A for Barb or Elma right here. And I decided to I actually picked a little motif out of one of the other small samplers that's in that book, The Bells on Christmas Day. This looks like a churn dash quilt block, and I put it here, and then I added a little heart down here, and then I put our initials, April, A for April and C for Celeste, down at the bottom. It's called Friendship Gathering, or Friendships Gathering in the Bells on Christmas Day. And so I backed it with some cute Lori Holt fabric and a blue heart, felt heart, and then I put it with some Lady Creates rickrack, and that can be hung up. So I had a lot of fun doing this secret stitching, and always fun to work on a Blackbird. So this is actually what I worked on the first weekend of the BBD, #BBD weekend style that Brenda and Laura are doing. This is the one that I worked on that weekend, and I finished it for my friend. So that's one finish. Alright, another finish is actually an older whip that I pulled out and decided that I wanted to put some work into it. Sometimes when I get going on one of those, I get going and I want to do more. And so I pulled out this particular whip. I started it in June of 2020, so almost a year ago. And it is Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. It's the Summer Schoolhouse series. This is number 1, the Lessons in Abecedarian. And she actually stitches it, I think, over 1 on 28 or something like that. I forget. I know it was over 1. And I thought I would do that. And way back when I decided, no, I did not want to do that. So I think I restarted it a couple times and ended up doing it on a 36 count fabric, and I can't remember what it is right now. I'll put it down at the bottom. And I just did it 1/2 on 36 count, so obviously it's not as small. It doesn't turn out being as small as if I'd done it over 1 on 28, but I just wanted to do it and enjoy it and not stress out about it. So let me show you, and then I'll show you how I finished it. There it is. And I finished this on a, I did a book finish. So on, the other day I was asking my friend April, I'm like, gosh, I don't think I want to finish it into a pillow because it really is a little too big. And she said, well, what about a flat fold, or what about a book finish? I said, oh, book finish. I got books. I got lots of books. And so that's what I decided to do. So I looked around the house, and as a homeschooler and as a huge reader and a book collector, I have books. So I found this, it's a book of, I guess that doesn't reverse, anyway, Aesop Fables that I used for homeschooling. It's actually a really pretty book. Got really pretty pen and ink illustrations, and so it was the perfect color of blue to mount this on. And so I laced the stitched piece onto some mat board so it would be nice and thin. And then and actually I'm pretty proud of my lacing job on this one. So and then I was trying to decide how I wanted to put it on, and my friend suggested command strips, and I thought, wow, I never thought about that. So this is actually, and it's holding just fine, but I can even lift it here because I did 3 command strips across the back, or on this top across the back, and it's staying pretty well. So it's, you know, sitting on a table like this in the front entryway. I'll insert a picture here of the display. And it's staying on there just fine. So I did make some changes as I went along. The first thing was, when I picked this back up, the only part I had stitched was this border. And when I started this, I really didn't have many over-dyed flosses yet, and so I just thought, well, I'll do this in DMC. So this here is all done in DMC, and I don't think she lists a DMC equivalent. I just, you know, looked through places online and did some color matching and picked out some DMC. So these are actually all done in DMC. So when I came to pick this back up last week to work on it and maybe consider finishing it, I was like, oh, I've got most of these over-dyed floss colors now. Maybe I will pull some of those and progress with those. So I did. And I can tell you that I used a lot of the called for colors. I did still use some DMC. So the grass here, and these vines is still the DMC that I did the vine on here. The brighter green, this is the DMC that I used over here. And I'll try and include all this in the notes down below. This is the DMC I used on these leaves, because the one I'd picked the equivalent for is this lighter green here, and I liked that bright one for the little strawberry pincushion. So it's really quite a mishmash of colors. These are the called for colors on the bird. All the flowers here, the strawberry, all that, that's all called for colors. This is all called for. This is a DMC that I chose for the roof and the window outlines. And then I chose a different overdyed for the house, I believe. I can't remember what it called for now, but I chose Chamomile, and I really, really love how it turned out. It's more of a mustardy gold house instead of a beigey house. And then another change I made was these letters here were supposed to be the same color as the roof, but I really wanted, I love that blue, I think that's uniform blue, and I love that blue so much, and I really wanted more blue in this particular piece, and so I changed up the color for the letters and just used the called for uniform blue that was being used here on the bird. So it's really kind of complicated, so I will try and list all that below. And but it was really fun to finish this up, and I'm so glad I did. All right, since I last spoke with you on FlossTube number 19, I had a couple new starts, and one of them is the fabulous floral motif sampler from the Scarlet House that just came out recently. It is beautiful. Here is the gorgeous picture of the chart. I know Brenda from Brenda and the Cereal Starter is working on this. Such a beautiful chart. Floral motif sampler. So I had some linen, and you know, I'm so bad about this. I'm so bad about this. I left my notebook that I keep all my notes in upstairs when I decided to come down and do a FlossTube out here. I can't really recall what this is. I put it on, but I'll look and I'll put it right here. So here is my start on the floral motif sampler. I think that's beautiful. I love it. Love the colors. Love every little motif. Floral bouquets, little potted plants and things. That's one of my favorite things to stitch, so I'm really enjoying this. I don't know if that's a light mocha. I'll figure it out and let you know. And then I picked up all the DMCs for this one. And there they are. There's my tag in the way. My needle tag. And there's all those beautiful, beautiful DMCs, except for, instead of just using 310 for the black, I went ahead and chose Classic Colorworks Blackbird because it had a little bit of variegation in it, so I thought that would be fun. There are all those gorgeous DMCs for the floral motif sampler, and I just love it. It is so pretty. So that was one start. And my other start is a rather large one. I don't know. I have a habit for doing large samplers. I have a really bad habit of picking everything. I don't do small things real well. So the next start I had, which I've so been enjoying, was a Mary Barr's sampler by Stacy Nash. I love this. I've always kind of liked it, and yet, you know, wasn't always sure because of the picture. You know, the picture of the antique, I'm not sure does the you know, the reproduction look justice. And then I've seen a couple people finish it, namely Nicole from Nicole's Needlework, and hers is absolutely gorgeous. And that was the clincher right there. That's when I decided, oh yeah, I gotta start Mary Barr's. So I bought that, and I ordered, or I got all, I'm using all the called for overdyes. So here they are, so beautiful. Love those pinks. I don't know that there's much of that blue in there, but it really is beautiful. And then the bajillion skeins of Schneckly. Where's that one? So that was the one that gave me trouble. So here's my Schneckly. And it's real true to color to how it's showing up. And when I kept looking at pictures, I was, you know, it just felt more green to me. And so I was able to communicate with a couple stitchers who have stitched this or who are currently stitching it. And so they were saying, you know, change it if you don't like it, but you know, yeah, mine looks the same. So I decided to do what I normally do, which is most often to trust the designer, and especially with a reproduction. And I went ahead and went with the Schnuckly there and all the called for colors, and decided to stitch it as it was charted, as they charted it. And I am stitching this on a beautiful piece of 36 count Zweigart Light Mocha. And here's my progress so far. Not too much. Love that pink for this alphabet. This here, this is all the Schnuckly. I do love it. It is beautiful, and I'm really enjoying working on it. So I plan to be getting back to that one really soon. So that's Mary Bars. It was another start. And so worked on both of those, and then I had a couple other whips that I worked on. So let's just move right into those. That's next. I did decide, after I finished the summer schoolhouse, I decided to put in a little bit of work on another sampler. I don't have the picture of the front, but I can insert a picture here. It's called AHTEE by Kathy Barrick, and this came out for the 2020 market, and I bought it. I loved it. I did this one. This is the one that I started on a 32 count with 2 strands of floss, and I just wasn't enjoying it because I don't like 2 strands of floss anymore. And so I restarted it on a piece of 40 count old Weeks straw in 40 count, and doing it 1/2, and I love it now. I'm really happy with it, and so I've made a good bit of progress on that. This is Classic Colorworks Wavy Navy that I'm using, and that's about almost as wide as it's gonna be, I think. That's about as wide and about as high. Sorry, I still have my needle in it down here. And this is tougher than I thought. Here we go. Really love the blue in this one, and the variegation, and just how it looks on this straw. I think that's really pretty. So I don't think it won't take me very long to finish this one. And this is, again, it's a good one. It's kind of like working on a red sampler when you aren't really in the mood for lots of color changes. It's really nice to work on one that is one color. So that's AHTEE, and I'm going to personalize it here. Instead of saying AHTEE, it's going to say CH, which is me, to NH, which is my daughter, and then someday maybe I'll let her take it. Alright, another whip that I have been working on during these past 3 weeks is one of my favorites, Manor at Quaker Hill by Brenda Gervais with By Needle and Thread. I love this chart. I love it so much. It's beautiful. The colors are stunning. I just absolutely love it. So I've been working on that one. I pulled that out in honor of the hashtag For the Love of Brenda Sell. So it's just to stitch along with Brenda as she works through this season in her life, and so I wanted to honor Brenda the day that I was working on it by stitching some of the damn grass, which just makes me laugh every single time. So that's what I've been working on. Is I have that all filled out, and I have been, this is a great fill-in project while the kids are doing school or watching a movie, filling in that damn grass. I love it. So here is the whole project so far. crazy. It has challenges to it. Oh well. It's FlossTube 20. We'll deal with it. This is done on R&R French Vanilla. I love that linen. Beautiful. Love the flowers. I love all the colors. I know this is going to be a real favorite. And really, I'm not minding the grass so much. It's not so bad. So anyway, I am loving working on this. That's Manor at Quaker Hill, and I will keep working on that this summer. So that's it for... I poked myself with my needle. Typical. So that's it for my whips. And now I'm going to show you the couple things I bought. And, oh no, I take it back. That's not on my whips. Sorry. I'm getting the crazy version today. So the other one, I actually pulled this out last night to work on it, is called Where Flowers Bloom, and I don't have a paper copy at all. I'm doing mine on my tablet. I'll insert a picture here. This is Hands Across the Sea. And I think I have that right, Where Flowers Bloom. And I love this little sampler. So I've had that whole dark green vine of border done. Don't be mad at me and leave mean comments. I won't do an outside one again. But I was working on filling in the leaves and some buds. I didn't get much done on it last night, but it was a fun one to pull out. And of course, it's got gorgeous colors too. I chose the DMCs for this project. And they are beautiful. Look at those. Golly gee. That was the thing that really just got me about this project, were those colors. Look at those purples and blues. Gosh, that's beautiful. So that is another beautiful sampler. It's a small one, and I'm really enjoying that. And I will continue working on that one. Now I think that's all my whips, and I won't poke myself this time. And now I can move on and show you the couple things I bought. A couple weeks ago, we went up to Kansas to pick up my son from college and bring him back home. And so, thank goodness, on the way, we had just enough time to stop into the Heart's Desire stitching shop that's in Wichita, Kansas. I've been there once before. And that's actually where I bought the Manor at Quaker Hill and the French Vanilla linen that I'm using. I bought those there. So it was a real treat to get to stop in there at the end of their work day and spend a little bit of time in there. And so I looked around, looked at all the charts, and I bought, they're always so nice in there. If you're watching. I bought this one, The Light Upon the Lawn. I don't think I want to do all of these from this loose feathers for the birds, but I do love that one. I think I have one other one that I want to do that was gifted to me, and then I definitely want to do this one. So I bought that, and then I bought some threads for another project I'll show you. And then they had this fun little bag, scrap bag of linens. For 12 bucks, gotta love that. 36 count linen. It came with a piece of ale, limestone, and a light mocha piece. So I know I will use all those. You can see those there. And what's really cool, and I don't even think I realized this when I bought it, but the piece of ale, the scrap that's in there, is the perfect called for piece of linen for this Light Upon the Lawn. So I'm really excited about that. And Wichita, do stop in and say hello. They're super sweet, and they just have a lovely shop, so I really enjoyed going. So that's my purchases, as well as this little bit. I bought these flosses. I bought these 3. Got Weeks Dye Works Dolphin, maple syrup, raspberry parfait. And what these are for is out of this new reprinted Souvenirs of Summer book by Blackbird. There is my favorite design in the whole one. Well, I mean, I guess I have several. But my favorite design is the one on the inside cover. This summer's souvenir. I love that one. So I'm going to start this one on Memorial Day weekend, so this weekend coming up, and stitch on that. And so I got the called for colors while I was there, and it calls for those I just showed you, the raspberry parfait, the dolphin, and the maple syrup. But what I don't love, wait a minute, is that the leaves and the vine and the alphabet are all maple syrup. So when I look at that, I see a hint more green, and maybe it's just the color of the linen, or it could have been the dye lot of the maple syrup. But the alphabet here and then all these leaves are in maple syrup. And so I bought the maple syrup and I was like, I don't know if I love it, because to me that looks pretty darn brown. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a try, is play with the other part. And I don't want to mess up the look too much, but I think maybe I'll do the alphabet in the maple syrup, and then change it up just a hair and do this burlap for the leaves. So this will have just a little bit more green in it, and maybe, but it's still kind of a brown, so maybe that will work. So I think I'm going to give those 3 colors a try and see how that comes out. And then I chose a piece of Vintage Country Mocha. I'm going to stitch it on that. And so that's my plan for this upcoming weekend, is to start that summer's souvenir from the Souvenirs of Summer book by Blackbird. So I'll show you my progress on Instagram, and hopefully the next time I film a video. Alright, last but not least, I'd like to announce a giveaway for watching for 20 videos. I think almost 4,300 subscribers. It's been so much fun. I've made some wonderful friends and just really enjoy spending this time sharing what I'm working on and watching y'all's floss tubes and keeping up with y'all on Instagram. It's a lot of fun. So for this 20th video, I would like to have a giveaway. 20th video where you've had to put up with me outside with hair in my face and probably all the noises and the wind blowing, and anyway, y'all are great. Thank you so much. So what I'd like to give away are 2 project bags. I haven't made them yet because I'd like you to pick your colors. So this is the style project bag that I like to make. So it will be a project bag that looks like this with a band at the top, and with 2 coordinating fabrics is how I like to do these, and a top zipper, and of course lined on the inside. And so I would like to give away 2 bags with a coordinating, where is it? This one doesn't coordinate with this one, but so a coordinating needle tag to go with your bag. So 2 people, there will be 2 winners, and each of the winners will get a custom project bag and a custom and a coordinating needle tag. Okay, how's that sound? So again, you must be 18 or older. Don't say the word giveaway. All those other rules. So I'll let other people remember all those. But if you would like to be entered to win, there's 2 winners to win a custom bag and a coordinating needle tag from me in celebration of my 20th video. Woohoo! Then just use the word bag in a comment, and I will draw the next video, and then I can talk with you about making your custom bag, and that should be a lot of fun. So use the word bag, and I can't wait to hear from all of you. And I just want to say I hope you're having a blessed May. I hope your Memorial Day weekend is beautiful and fun. We're enjoying the weather here, and some nice things feel like they're opening up around here, and it just feels good. So even though we have a lot going on, we're just so thankful to God for all our blessings, and even when there's tough times, because there have been, you know, the whatever worries or difficulties and challenges, they're always there, but I am trying always to just be so very thankful for everything that He gives to me, because I know that whatever He puts in my path, that is His will for me at that moment, and I want to do that to the best of my ability. And so I think being thankful and grateful for all those things, no matter what, is my plan. It's my plan for how I want to live. And so I will be thinking of all of you. I will be praying for you. And if you ever have a prayer intention that you need something, let me know in the comments or in a note or an email. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't watched my quilty tube that was put up just a couple days ago, quilty tube number 4, it's here on my channel if you're interested in quilting. And I hope to be back sooner than I was. This was a 3-week break. I'm hoping, like I always do, try to do them every 2 weeks, but my cold kind of got in the way, and so you would not have wanted to listen to me or watch me with my cold. It was not fun. I was not pretty. Well, so I hope you have a wonderful weekend, wonderful couple of weeks. God bless you, and just enjoy your stitching. See you soon.